Good evening guys and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. Now, before I get into this video, we've got to go and train tonight. This is going to be a pretty random video, purely just down to the fact that I'm filming it the day before, that I'm going to edit it, download it, upload it, all that kind of shenanigans. But this is Tuesday the 9th of August. This video is going to be going up on Wednesday the 10th. Now, I am 2 weeks away from dieting for 6 months. Like, I have literally been dieting for 6 months, and I've definitely took a lot from this prep that what I've not been able to take from before, and I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into it later on in this video. But first of all, we are going to go in and hit some shoulders tonight, so I'm going to take the camera with me. I'm not going to film absolutely everything. I'm just going to go in and get a few bits, show you guys throughout my session what we're going to be doing, what we normally do for shoulders, because I know that as the channel grows there's going to be a lot more people kind of coming on and maybe not going back to my older videos, so it's always a good insight for you guys to be able to see what I do throughout my shoulder sessions. Now, like I was saying, I am wanting this video to purely be around me dieting 6 months and how I'm feeling, especially mentally more than anything else, because usually when you've been doing something for 6 months, that's quite a long period of time, and not many people do diet for this long. Now, obviously, I've kind of been in the position where I've received a few questions throughout social media, really going on about how I've kind of coped mentally, how I've coped physically, of course, how my energy levels are dieting for this amount of time, holding on to the body fat that I'm holding on to right now, in terms of obviously how lean I am, how I've been able to cope with that. And to be fair, there's a few questions that we will go over that I'm going to cover in this video. But first of all, guys, supplementation wise tonight, of course, Defib is in there. I will just cover that name there. And then we've got Level Up and No Code in my fantastically new, lovely HR Lab shaker. Of course, guys, Rhydon, which is the daily supplement as well. That's actually something that I've not covered too much in most of my videos. Is Rhydon does go in every single day. Like, it doesn't just go in pre-workout, although most of the time you see me taking it in pre-workout. It can be taken on non-training days as well, but I take 6 pre-workout, and again I take 6 on a non-training day. But yeah guys, without further ado, we are going to be in for some big daddy delts tonight, in for shoulders. I'm unsure what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of wait and see first of all, and see what we can get on. But apart from that, like I said, no more waffling on. I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be random as hell. Of course guys, all the usual, don't forget to drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because we're still growing, and let's get to the gym. Okay guys, I am going to keep this as short and as simple as possible because I don't want this video to last around 20 minutes. Now, shoulders are done. Very good session in the books tonight, marking around 7 weeks and 5 days out, I think. Now, this takes me on to the topic of this video because I have got quite a few questions in person off of people, and of course over social media, YouTube comments, Instagram messages. And don't get me wrong, I love interacting with people and I love messaging back people, but it is definitely getting to the point where my answers are just the same to absolutely everybody. Now, I've been getting asked quite a few times like how I'm kind of coping mentally with dieting for a long extended period of time, and that being 6 months plus. I'm now around 24 weeks into my diet, and of course everybody knows all of my food choices are the exact same. Everybody knows that I have literally just been dieting on sweet potato, chicken, white potato post-workout and oats since the 7th of March. And of course that is a long period of time with no off-plan meals, no major refeeds or anything like that. Like I don't have any of that incorporated into my diet. And of course, although my food's not changed, so it's still relatively high, this takes me on to the point of why I've not actually been in a bad place mentally. Because something that I've learned throughout all of my preps is the longer I can prep for, the longer I can keep my food nice and high, the better my energy levels are going to be, the better my moods are in general, the better I'm able to cope every single day because I'm not starving. Like, that's definitely been something that I've not actually coped badly with, or I've not actually had to put up with throughout this full prep, is starvation. I've not been that hungry. Don't get me wrong, if you were to put 10,000 calories down in front of me, I would definitely be able to just smash the whole lot of it. However, I've not actually been hungry in a form that it's left me moody, it's left me on edge. I've still been in a position where I've been able to perform very well throughout literally all of my sessions. And again, anybody that's seen any recent deadlift sessions, like for example last week in Rotherham, I was still able to pull 270 for 6 on a dead stop. Now again, this is something that has also allowed me to keep in things like dead stops without any worry about injuries or anything like that, because I've been able to keep my food nice and high. And that's definitely something that over the course of the years of doing this, I have been able to actually keep my food relatively high this year, which is something that I've not been able to do in the past, but I've been very much in the position where when I've been 7 weeks out in the past, I've been dieting on a lot less food. Now, this is definitely something that I've learned and will carry on into all of my preps, is making sure that I diet for a long extended period of time just to make sure that I can keep my food nice and high, because I've not coped any better than this in any prep prior to obviously this one. Now, I know that I've been dieting for a long period of time, but I think because I will always remember why I do this, and because I've never got an issue dieting, and because I enjoy it as much as possible, like there's never going to be a time where I absolutely hate what I'm doing or I absolutely dislike what I'm doing. And I really feel that that's something that does come with bodybuilding. You need to really want to bodybuild, you need to really know that you're ready to bodybuild, and you need to really know that you're ready to diet. Where you know that whenever you enter a preparation phase, you're going to have to sacrifice quite a lot of things. I've had to sacrifice a lot of things without really even knowing it, and I would never jump on here and say, oh yeah, I'm sacrificing this, I'm sacrificing that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm living like a robot. I don't think that way, because I enjoy it. I know that I'm always going to be ready for a contest prep. I had an off season that was extended for a long period of time, and I was ready to diet, and that again has kind of allowed me to make that switch and essentially flick the switch over to a contest prep and actually cope very well with it. I've been sleeping really well, I've still been sleeping like a baby. By the time I go to bed, I'm ready to sleep. I've got my normal routine. Again, that's something that within a contest prep, you will find that structure and routine is two of the massive things that you've got to incorporate into a contest prep phase, because you will find that whenever you diet down, you'll get into a position where routine will be key, and you'll know when to eat, you'll know when not to eat, you'll know when your training times are. And again, that will help, and that's definitely something that has helped me. But I think one of the biggest things that I've definitely learned from this prep compared to any other prep is just keeping my food nice and high. And my body's responded very well from it. We've seen very good responses and very good results and very good accomplishments from keeping my food nice and high. And my body's still in a position where 7 weeks out, it's still responding very well. And realistically, I can't be complaining at that. Now, anyway, so like I was saying, guys, I have coped a lot better this year because my food's been nice and high. You must be able to agree with that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this has been Sarah's first prep with me in it as well, which is something that, again, is been huge because it's essentially been my first preparation phase in a relationship. And of course, that is huge. That is most definitely huge whenever it comes to a competition prep. And again, mentally you can change more than anything, especially in a prep phase whenever your food is really low. Lots of things can go. And I think being in a relationship and remembering that you're in a relationship as well is definitely something that is key. You've got to admit.
Yeah.
How do you think I've been?
I think you've actually been okay. I think I've been pleasantly surprised at how he's been. And we still make a massive... I think we make a massive effort to, like, put time into our relationship. Do things that are prep friendly, like bowling or shopping or going, like, a nice big walk while it's nice. So, to be honest, like, I don't think you're that bad.
I'm not that bad. I've not been bad at all. To be fair, like, me keeping my food nice and high and dieting for a longer period of time has definitely been better, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like, as much as it was hard to get used to at the start, now it just feels like the norm. And because his food's nice and high, he's not suffering as much as he could be. So, although it's been longer, to be honest, it's worked out much better in the long run. And it doesn't feel like 6 months. Sure, it doesn't.
No, definitely not.
We literally started prep the day after Kif's birthday. And, I mean, we prepped over my birthday. And we've just sort of just got on with it, really. It'll be weird when you can't eat again, I think.
Yeah, into off-season phase.
Yeah.
But, like, when we think about it, off-season's coming up in around... It'll be, like, 13, 14 weeks, I think. Maybe not even that. No, wait, 7 weeks, around 11 or 12 weeks until the Worlds, and then realistically speaking, that'll be us done. But I mean, I think, again, because I've not had to incorporate anything like cardio or anything like that, like I've still had a lot of time, obviously, to be able to do other things. I can box off training whenever I need to box it off. We can still do things. I think still incorporating things into your relationship whenever you're on prep's definitely a biggie. You don't want to just end up living like a robot and then not being able to do anything at all, because then it just takes up so much time. And I think remembering that if any of you guys that are watching this are in relationships and don't think you can prep, like, that is the worst mentality ever. And I think entering a preparation phase with a strong mindset as well is definitely something that you have to do, because that then goes back to being ready to prep. You need to be ready to prep. You need to know that you're always going to be ready to prep, and that I definitely knew that I was ready. And to be fair, we are really strong in terms of, like, we could go through anything at all and we've been able to come out at the other side every single time. Mentality wise, how I'm feeling 24 weeks into a diet, I'm actually still feeling pretty good. And like I said, like, hunger's not been a thing, but if you were to put 10,000 calories down in front of me, I would definitely I would smash it. I was gonna film this video when I was around halfway in and kind of go over how I was feeling halfway through the diet, but I just literally got...
things came up.
Yeah, so many things came up, forgot to do it, and I thought what better to do than just do a video of me being 6 months into my diet and around a month, 2 months left to go. But just give yourself time. That's another thing to take from this as well, especially if you're a natural athlete. Give yourself time, because time is the key, and to not just retain muscle but to actually be able to keep your performance nice and high and be able to keep your food nice and high, be able to keep your output really low. Like, I'm literally doing a walk a day and that is it. Carbohydrates are through the roof, trace fats, protein is where it needs to be, and I am feeling good. I'm feeling ready. 7.5 weeks to go by the time this video goes up. So of course, guys, I hope you were able to take something from this, and if you were, then fantastic. If you weren't, then still hope you enjoyed it. But apart from that, don't forget to drop the video a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're still on the road to 10,000 subscribers. There is lots and lots and lots of content coming up, because lots has been filmed and it's just ready to kind of be uploaded for you guys to see. So like I said, turn on post notifications, drop loads of comments down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Say bye.
Bye.